We've also run into other problems where we're having roads and ditches fall in where they had put in the pipeline. And it's a pipeline to Mexico funded by Carlos Slim. And it's a 42-inch pipeline. Anyways, the problem is that wherever they put these pipelines, they sterilize our land. And they are not compensating us properly for this land that we have that we can't plant pecan trees. Pecan trees have been here for thousands of years, and we have proof of that. Pecan production, the very first orchard, I just recently found out, small orchard was planted in 1917, 100 years ago. How can we prevent these pipelines to come through and sterilize our land? And I would also beseech not only Texas, but the government to try to blanket El Paso County and all of its available lands that are open as proposed in the future for pecan production. So as pipelines come through, we don't get robbed the value of our land and what little of it that we have here.
Well, Kevin, thank you for that question. I'd love to work with you to get more specific details on what's happening on that. Let me give you my general approach to that, which is that, number one, I think energy is a fabulous thing for Texas and for the United States. And so I think constructing pipelines and infrastructure is important. But I also think our Constitution protects property rights. And so I don't think it'd be a good outcome if we shut down pipelines and kill energy production. But if you've got pipelines that are coming through productive cropland that are killing pecan trees, that are making it so you can't grow, you deserve to be compensated. You deserve to be compensated at a fair value. In fact, the Constitution protects that right. So I'd love to work with you to find out more about why that's not happening. And one of the things that does, if you're being compensated, it becomes very expensive. It may well be that they'll put the pipeline somewhere else. I mean, that's somehow how the market process works, is that if it becomes too expensive, the consequences of building it there, they'll build it somewhere else where they're not destroying that value. And so you need to have a system where property rights work to balance the relative value between those. And so if it's not working, let's find a way to work together to improve how it works.
Yeah, it's good talking with Kevin about that.
Yeah.
It's right next to his family farm, and that pipeline only benefits Mexico. No benefit to the United States at all. So when I came back to the valley, I moved back in January, I saw what they had done to the valley, and I was like, why would they put a pipeline direct to Mexico right through farmland that's in there for his family for...
Well, benefits to investors in America is what the investors naturally
right.
And all that. And they're investing in that. And they're bringing fans for it.
Right.
Let's work further on that, on how to improve that. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.